How's it going, everyone? In this video I want to take you guys through a brand new free-to-play multiplayer dragon battle game. Yes, I know, mouthful there. Coming to the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And then it'll also be coming to PC. It'll actually be coming to PC ahead of the console release. We'll talk all about that. Monster Hunter World has topped a very major shipment and digital sale milestone, and Solar Ash, unfortunately, is seeing a delay. More on that at the end of this video. But first of all, want to give you guys a heads up on Century Age of Ashes, a brand new free-to-play multiplayer title. Again, a dragon battling game. The gameplay itself looks pretty cool, and the Steam page is already up and gives us some information about the game, and they do have some founders packs and whatever the case may be, but it will be a free-to-play title. The Steam page notes, Century Age of Ashes is a free-to-play multiplayer dragon battle game. Master a growing roster of classes and dragons, compete in intense area battles, and rule the skies in fast-paced aerial combats. The game notes there's a few game modes: Carnage, a 6v6 killing spree with special power-ups appearing in the area to unleash hell on your opponents. It's Team Deathmatch, Dragon Rider style, and then you have Gates of Fire, a unique mode in which two teams clash over possession of the flag. Gain points by flying through special gates around the area while holding the flag. You'll also have a variety of different classes, experience different playstyles with 3 unique classes, each with their own abilities: Shield and Disorient as the Windguard, Track and Destroy as the Marauder, or Stealth and Trap as the Phantom. How will you choose your path to victory? Additional classes are planned throughout development. That's what I would expect. Obviously, you need a game like this to be updated pretty consistently. They also know full customization, your dragon, your style. Century Age of Ashes offers carefully designed cosmetic items to stand out in the arena. Gain experience as you play and unlock awesome skins to customize your dragon and its rider. Don't worry, these items are purely cosmetic and offer no advantage in battle. Okay, always like to hear that. And it is a complete free-to-play experience in order to keep the experience fair and equitable. In-game purchases are purely cosmetic. Battles are won by skill and teamwork alone. So, the free-to-play library of games definitely getting quite a bit of depth. This one will be dropping on PC relatively soon, come December 2nd, so you'll definitely be seeing a bit of this game online and uploaded ahead of the console release. The game's performance requirements aren't anything too crazy. To see how it's going to transition into the PlayStation 5, I feel like it's going to end up looking pretty good on there. It's not coming in the Nintendo Switch, but yeah, it will be coming to PS5 Series, PS4, and Xbox One in 2022. Alright, moving on from that, Monster Hunter World shipments and digital sales have topped a major milestone with topping 20 million sales and shipments. You know, shipments necessarily aren't units that have been sold, but if it's been shipped, it'll eventually be sold, and at this stage of the game, the majority of that is already sold. That 20 million, it's already been sold. Capcom aims to further grow user base with proactive expansion of this series. Of course, Monster Hunter World at this point has been updated like crazy. They've offered a lot. Like, if you bought Monster Hunter World back in January of 2018, you've really got your money's worth with all the free updates that they drop. But on top of that, you have the Iceborne expansion, which extended the experience quite a bit. At this point, we kind of know what Monster Hunter World is. Capcom remains firmly committed to satisfying the expectations of all users by leveraging its industry-leading game development capabilities in order to create highly entertaining gameplay experiences in regards to the Monster Hunter universe. I'm really excited to see where Monster Hunter goes in the future, because there's never been more steam on this franchise in the West than there has been now. Like, I remember back in the day, Monster Hunter was not a major title over here in the States. Like, I would read online that Monster Hunter was huge in Japan and people would be on the train playing Monster Hunter on their PSP, and yeah, Monster Hunter was available on the PSP over here, but it's not like you saw people on the streets playing Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. That just was not happening. And trust me, I put some hours into Monster Hunter Freedom 2 and Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, but it wasn't like they were these huge franchises. Far from it. They were enjoyable games, but they kind of felt relegated to the PSP for a while. Of course, you had the release of Monster Hunter Tri on the Nintendo Wii, but things really started to take a turn with the release of Monster Hunter World, and I don't think a lot of people expected the game to be as big as it was, but it really took the gaming world by storm pretty quickly, and to see that it topped 20 million, I don't think a lot of people were expecting that back in early 2018. But good on Capcom, man. They've been firing on almost all cylinders. You know, they'll have their fumble here and there with like a Resident Evil 3 remake, and even that wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. But when you look at Monster Hunter, when you look at some of the stuff they've done with Mega Man, Resident Evil as a whole with Village and Resident Evil 2 remake, they're doing a really good job across the board satiating and satisfying their user base with the franchise they want to see. Now, there are a couple of other franchises I'd like to see, Capcom give some love to. A Mega Man Battle Network, a Okami, games like that I would like to see get a little bit more love. But I do get it's one step at a time. Maybe they'll do Dragon's Dogma 2 eventually, and I actually do expect that they are going to do it, especially because we did see those leaks. But nevertheless, let's hope that Capcom continues on a positive stride, and after the sales numbers of Monster Hunter World, seeing how Resident Evil Village did, and the other Resident Evil titles this generation, I think they're on a positive path. And lastly, some unfortunate news. This came out a while ago, but I do want to give you guys a heads up on it. Solar Ash is no longer releasing this month. This is a game coming from Heart Machine, the guys that brought you Hyper Light Drifter, a fantastic game. Solar Ash is their next title. Initially expected to release on October the 26th, has now been pushed back just a little bit to December the 2nd. Heart Machine dropped a message noting Heart Machine and Annapurna Interactive have decided to delay the release of Solar Ash until December 2nd, 2021. We want Solar Ash to shine, and we need a little bit more time to get the last pieces of polish and bug fixes into the game while still navigating this global pandemic as a highly dedicated team. The short delay will help us getting there. Thank you for your understanding, and we'll see you in the Ultra Void soon. If you guys have not seen gameplay of Solar Ash yet, highly recommend you to do so. I mean, you're seeing some gameplay right now, and it looks pretty darn good. Heart Machine has a pretty good idea of having slick presentation in their game, and while Hyper Light Drifter had that old school sense of presentation, being like a 16-bit title, it had a lot of attention to detail and a lot of color, and it was very vibrant. And Solar Ash has that as well, but obviously a different style of presentation, being a 3D title. Looks really good, and I think it's going to be another game to be on the lookout for. Obviously, I think the rest of the year, in some sense, there's the Battlefields of the world, but it's not as heavy as some of the falls of yesteryear. That's really coming in early 2022. Fingers crossed for no delays. So a game like Solar Ash, I think even releasing in that latter portion of the year, I do think that there's going to be a healthy level of buzz surrounding it, especially if Heart Machine does deliver a quality product. And I don't know, I have a lot of faith in Heart Machine, and I hope to see them kind of follow a similar path to a Supergiant Games, where they become a studio where they just release banger after banger. I know that's like a high bar to reach after you see games like Hades, but if they deliver with Solar Ash, then they do another big game. I could see them forming that same level of reputation, but we'll see how that turns out. That might be pushing the cart before the horse a little bit, but Solar Ash due out December the 2nd, and that's gonna do it for me. Again, a brand new free-to-play title, Century Age of Ashes, coming in 2022. The PC release will be December 2nd of 21. Monster Hunter World, incredible sales numbers on that, shipments and digital sales topping 20 million, and Solar Ash delayed until December the 2nd. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.